Hey songsters, if I look sick and tired today, that's because I am. So today I was going to start a vocal series for our tutorials, and I think I'm going to start with caring for your voice when you're sick. I post tutorials, song vlogs, and new songs every week, and if that interests you, consider subscribing. I want to give you fresh content every week, and I'd love to connect with you somewhere on the internet, either in the comments below or on Facebook or Twitter or Instagram. So check it out if you feel comfortable and let me know what you think. If at the end of this video you feel like you learned something about vocal care with colds, click the like button and consider sharing with your friends. There are so many remedies for taking care of your voice, from cold care teas to some people make their own herbal blends. I'm going to break it down for you real simple and give you 5 tips for taking care of your voice when you have a cold. Tip number 1, vocal rest, which means don't talk a lot. Some professional singers will go on months of vocal rest when they have some major issues going on with their voice. You don't need to do months of vocal rest or even weeks of vocal rest. Just if your voice is sore, don't use it. And especially if you have laryngitis. Laryngitis is when your voice is gone. Say you went to a football game and you screamed throughout the whole game, or say you are just under the weather and your voice is real hoarse and whispery. That means your voice needs a break. It's just like pulling a muscle in your leg. You need to give your voice a break, and so go on vocal rest. Tip number 2, hydration. Drink lots and lots of water. Another hydrating beverage, and these are not sponsors, I just really like this tea. It is throat coat tea from Traditional Medicinals. It's found at any grocery store. You can just go in the tea section. Number 3, body rest. Do anything that you would normally do when you're sick. Just take care of your body, and that's going to help take care of your voice. Tip number 4, if you have a gig, warm up really, really lightly. I always found when I was touring and I was singing a show every single day, my voice got super tired if I warmed up too much. And I had the tendency of way overdoing it. I found it best if I just warmed up really, really light, like maybe 5 minutes before the gig. And I could even maybe hum when there are other bands playing. I could hum during their songs very lightly and not obnoxiously so that I didn't bother the people around me. But that would also help warm up my voice, and by the time I got on stage, I was ready to go. If you are sick and you have to perform, take it easy on your voice. Go slow and sing really lightly so that you don't overdo it before you get up on stage. For tip number 5, I'm gonna give you a couple of warm-ups to just play around with. If you've never warmed up your voice before, just take these easy. If you have warmed up your voice before and you are a singer, maybe these are new, maybe they're not so new. Give them a try if you want. The first exercise that's one of my favorites is lip trills. And this is really nice to do whether you're sick or not. I do this all the time when I warm up my voice. It is my go-to warm-up. And if you don't have a piano in front of you and you don't know anything about warming up your voice, you can actually just slide your voice up and down with a lip trill, and it goes like this. Super easy. If you've never done this before, you might want to practice a little bit for breath support, and getting a constant trill, that sound, can take a little bit of practice. But other than that, you just kind of hum while you're making that trill sound, and that's the lip trill. Another really fun exercise is, it's a wee. Wee! It goes like this. Wee! Just kind of going all over the place, but you get the idea. The next easy warm-up when you're sick or otherwise is called hung-ah. That's hung-ah. And you can either do this on a scale, and again, if you've never warmed up before and you don't have a piano, you don't know the scales, you can just play around with it. So this is how I do it. Hung hunga, 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 hunga. Hunga, 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 hunga. Hunga, 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 hunga. And if you don't know that 5-tone scale that I'm using, you can just go hunga, hunga, hunga. I'm trying to make this really easy if you don't know where to start and you've never sung before or you've never warmed up before. The people who are singers are like, come on, this is super easy. I want you to start wherever you're at. So whether you've used warm-ups before or you've never used warm-ups before, give it a try. What are your favorite cold remedies? Put those in the comments below. I'll be back on Friday with another song vlog. Click subscribe and write the song that you need to hear this week.